Here, I'll stand up.
I'm recording now. I don't know if y'all can see that, but my oldest squirrel is in Spain. And so what city is that behind you?
Cordoba.
Cordoba. Hold
Cordoba,
on.
Spain.
Hold on, let me get you situated. And what we're gonna do is, you remember POCLINK that sent me these radios? Hang on, I gotta crank mine up. Okay, mine's coming on. So yours is on?
Yeah.
We're on WhatsApp right now. Ooh, global. Welcome to the intercom.
Welcome to the intercom.
Okay.
Okay. So you talk to me. And
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Hey, Daddy.
Hey, Daddy.
That's crazy.
That's so cool.
Hey, what are you doing?
Not much. Just enjoying the view.
That was almost instantaneous. So here we are. I'm at the creek in my yard. She is in Cordoba, right?
Cordoba.
Cordoba. And you're going to a fair later?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to a fair later?
Cordoba. Sí. La Feria
de Cordoba.
La Feria de Cordoba?
Mm-hmm.
And la siguiente es, that's cool. Let me see some more town. I need proof you're in Spain.
Here, I can turn my camera around. You see?
Yeah, I mean,
And here, let me zoom in.
I don't know what Spain looks like. That could be Portugal.
Let me zoom in. Can you see the fair over there?
A little bit. Maybe.
Here.
Oh yeah, I see the Ferris wheel. You know that was named after.
Ferris wheel. There's a huge fair.
You know what those were named? You know what Ferris wheels are named after?
No, what are they named after?
Ferris Bueller.
That is right there. That's the Mosquito.
There's a bunch of those around here.
And that is the clock tower.
As a matter of fact,
and inside of it was one of the first ever like clock towers in Cordoba, is what we were told.
really?
Mm-hmm.
There's a mosquito on my leg right now. Hey, you know what I gotta do? What I want to do? I want to do this in real form. So let me record the screen. 2, 1. Unstable connection. That's not my fault. I'm running out of arms. Can you hear me now in Cordoba?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so let me see the Ferris wheel again in Cordoba. And the tower is called what?
The tower is just called the Bell Tower.
The Bell Tower. Oh yeah, I see it now. So what happened? What are those two little castle-looking things?
Beside it?
Right. Well,
I'm not sure what those are over there.
I'm pointing at the little castle thingies, like you can see my finger. I'm pointing for the people of the neighborhood.
Yeah, but here, I can come over here. That is the Mosquito. It's the mosque.
I have a mosquito on my leg right now.
There are no mosquitoes here.
Really?
Yeah, just a bunch of flies.
These little radios are crazy. So what we had to do, these are programmed for Europe. So there was supposed to be one in Greece right now with Geronimo, but she forgot it. So it's at Auburn. Yes, she did. So I'm probably gonna go to POCLINK jail, but they're pretty cool. Okay, well, holler at me later when you get to the fair. I want to see what.
Yeah, I will.
I want to see some people in the neighborhood.
I'll send you videos and I'll bring my POCLINK with me.
Yeah, do it, because I want to. I wonder if your students could be on here. Or would they not want to do that?
I have to ask.
Okay, peace out. Love you.
Okay, love you.
Bye.
Bye.
You okay there? Bye. So I'm trying to hang up. Isn't that cool? Okay, she's over and out. So I'm gonna turn my POCLINK off. Off. Confirm. So we had some pretty good floods last night. And now my dog's over there digging in the mud. After I told her not to do that. I said, don't do that. So anyway, pretty cool, huh? This beauty in Addison, Alabama was built around 1902 or 3. It was the site of the Addison Hotel, or the Alabama Hotel, depending on who you ask. And this is all that remains of it, because it was burned. It used to be a lot bigger. It was burned, or it burned in 1944. I finally got in touch with the owner and have been given permission to look around the grounds and check it out. I've always wanted to. It is gated off, which it should be, and hopefully it'll get purchased eventually by someone who can afford to make it something cool. When it burned, according to different records you see online, 2 people passed away. One fella trying to get out by making a chain of sheets to climb out a window, and another lady, which no one knew in the town, and they later found out she was the war bride of a soldier who was staying here, who was visiting, I guess doing some training or something in 1944 at Fort McClellan. And that kind of changed the focus of, oh my goodness, what an incredible historic landmark. Because even though it was 1944, it was still a historic landmark because it was built in 1940, 1902 or 3. It sits right above Zen Park in Addison, and it appears that there have been, in some spots of the area, people making camps up here. So let's get a better look at it. The lady's name who passed, the war bride, or who died in the fire, was, actually have looked this up, her name was Violet Hemmert, Hemmert. So it no longer became the fact that a incredible historic structure has been burned. And I'm not 100% sure if it sat over there. It most likely did. And what I've been told is this is the kitchen, what's left of it. And then it became part of the Addison Star. There's some parts of those stories, which is a newspaper. I don't know all of it. My point is, the concern shifted from, oh my goodness, a historic structure is gone, to, more sadly and appropriately, lives were lost. And I didn't know that story until I started looking it up and trying to find out about it. So it is boarded up, it is tight, which looks good. It does not appear to have been broken into. There are a couple of busted out windows that could have happened from storms. This is a view from the hilltop. Also, good news, Anniston has a new mayor. And I wish her the best and hope that she gets the support she needs to make Anniston an enjoyable, desirable place to come to. I want to show you something. If you desire to buy this place, there is no need to run Christmas lights because they're already here. Look at that. Who knew those grew out of these trees? This is the only tree known, this particular species, to grow its own Christmas lights. And I guess we may have to take my power station out of the wagon, plug it up and see if they come on. You better believe I'm about to do it. I mean, why wouldn't they work, right? Look, they're all wired, they're there, they're set up and ready. So before it rains, let's do this. I'm giving you the scenic view while I walk to my wagon, ever so slowly, making it more subtle and dramatic. I will share every photo I can, historical photo, if I can find them. I know there are a few online. But first thing on our agenda is plugging up those Christmas lights to a power station. It should not take a lot of power, so instead of dragging out the all powers, which will light up the city, we will take out Old Faithful Ruco and see if it has a charge. 100p. That's pretty good, considering I haven't plugged up to anything in over a year. Sit right there, little fella. Hold on a minute. Ah, there we go. That's what we're looking for. I've never been good at dermatology, so I'm not real good with these things. What do you think? Is it gonna work or is it not? This is not staged. I did not put those in that tree. I wonder what it looks like inside. I would really love to see it. Let's see if I can make that happen. I'm sure nobody wants to take and waste their time than someone like me who just simply wants to make a video. So the wire is cut in a couple of places, in many places. But are you ready? Y'all ready for this? I'm probably about to wow, that tight right there. Now that tight. Let me plug it up. I'm gonna need 8 hands. It is plugged up. We're gonna give it a little juice-alocious. It is on. AC on. Is it on or is it off? AC is on. It's pulling 0. While I walk around corrected, they do not come on. Maybe I need to stick my tongue in that hole right there, see if there's any power. Okay, dude, find something else to do. Okay, sorry. As he slowly walks back to his wagon, shame and disappointment come over him as he had the great desire to impress his viewers. You know what the next best thing is to going inside this place? Seeing what's under the dirt. How come every time I open my man purse, I end up What am I looking for? I need a pinpointer. Pinpointer that I wish you saw. That's not the one I'm searching for, I don't think. Yes, it is. But the disappointing part, every time I open this thing up and try to get my man purse, it's full of golf balls. Like, come on, somebody's got a problem. Well, signal number 1 is a 77. And it is right here somewhere. I was wrong. Somebody moved it right there. It is not very deep. Potentially a modern library. I'm hoping it is a bottle cap. Every time you take something out of the ground, you need to kind of, okay, that appears to be a shutoff or something for cable, which I think it's something for cable. You should harness. Signal 2 is a 55 to 57 according to the @gold with the Randolph Relic Recovery decal on it. It is a gold ring. So let's remove a little venation. It's not real deep. So there. And it's, I don't know historically what all was bulldozed. I'm moving it around. So I don't know how much fresh junk was brought in here. Now this is a classic. I'm a little embarrassed that I find these all the time. And as I've said before, I don't feel worthy to be one of the only ones who finds these. A lot of people up north, like that quarter hoarder guy, he doesn't find anything good like that. He is stuck on like jewelry and just the old coins, and I feel bad for him, but he'll come down here eventually. I just rolled another 50s National Treasure out of the ground. We're going to find it now. I just don't know where it went. There it is. Okay, that might be something cool. Like for reals, for reals. So let's wash it here and there and everywhere. I was mistaken. It was not a 50s. Okay, this is cool. It is a little brass plate with the number 44 on it. As I said, I'm pretty sure this was the kitchen part of the hotel. You know, the kitchen on one side, maybe you dine on the other side, and the hotel stood over there. So my hopes is that is a number off of one of the doors. I don't know how many rooms the hotels had in it. Did it have 44? Nobody knows right now. They may know after they research, but that is cool as crap. I'm so excited about that. That's probably the best thing I've found since that pull tab over there. It's iron. Oh wait, it's silver. Oh wait, it's gold. Oh wait. Pretty sure it's a piece of metal. I kicked back the Terasofta. Now I'm going to doing events. I don't know why this thing has to boot up. Pretty disturbing to me at times. So now we're going to the Terasofta, and hopefully it's well above the terra firma. That is incredible right off the bat. Right off the bat. I guarantee you that is a one owner. I've been working on the 80s and 90s in here, and I was hesitant because it's it was really crunchy, so, and it was deep, and there it is. So what's the I cannot tell if that is a standard issue library yet, or a wheat, or something less than the above. Wait right here. The good thing about a fresh rain is you get to utilize everything you see around you. And not only that, you can go right to another leaf that has more. It is a library. No, it is a standard link on one side, and dude, wipe it off and you'll be able to see it. Okay. These people are so aggressive. It is a wheat. That's awesome. So that came from somebody in there. Huh. We should definitely harvest. Now what am I gonna do? Oh, wait a minute. Another crunchy high tone taken from here. Wait a minute. Well, the bummer about a bifurcated pig crunchy tone that is both here and still in the hole is that look at that. That's rare. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rooted, 8 rooted. So that is a octificated root system that is taken hold to that. So the question next is, move on. I had a signal right here, but I lost my thought process, which is rare for me, because believe it or not, a Benchmade rep just called me, and I knew this was the case. You have to have, ow, I just put these headphones on with one hand. I just ripped the left side of my face off, but the good thing about that, there's two sides to every face. You have to have a store, a BM store, brick mortar store. I'm not sure why they call it that, before you can play that game. But we're gonna talk. This dude represents a lot of companies. Let's see what's in the dirt. It only took me a month, but I flipped this piece of dirt over because I, like I say, was on the phone. But this was a decent signal. Oh, they found a metal detector. I'm wondering if I am on a line, like an old water line. I'm not going that deep. I don't plan on going deep up towards the house. And then another possibility is a can. You ever metal detected at the beach and you dig your life away, and next thing you know, your head's poking out of the sand and you come out with a can. cool thing about that is I can't get a solid zonation on it. The cool thing about it is there's gonna be a can right there and you're gonna say, dude, why don't you learn how to use your products? And I'm gonna say, well, I am. I think it's attitude. Just kidding. I'm trying, hang on. It is not over here. Sometimes you just gotta leave the scene. I got the old faithful iron signal right here. And it is pretending to be a coin, or either it's a coin pretending to be a piece of iron. You're gonna find that often when you dig in this particular hole right here. So if you come here behind me and dig in this hole, go ahead and take this piece of aluminum out, and these are good to have. Let's say you see this, you think, man, I really wish that was a little more ornamental and pointing up in the air. You would do that. You would squeeze it shut, and look, it's no longer an eyesore. But since the owner didn't ask me to do any landscaping, I'll go ahead and trim that for him and put it all back in the hole. Rebar can fool a brother, but I'm not playing there, and I don't get the signal up and down, but I get it right here. So this is a dropped, incredibly rare silver dollar, or it's a dime someone dropped the other day. But as I've always said, there's only about, yeah, I gotta test it, 32 ways to find out. I always go with the first option because, hang on, I was gonna go and do it like the quarter holder does and hold it up and go, look at that worm, look at that worm. But I gotta find this thing. I'm not making fun of him, I'm actually jealous. I don't know him personally, but if he said, man, if you cut off one of your toes, you can come up here and metal to take with us, there's a good chance I'd consider it. I can't read it. It is, of course, a piece of a can, an old can, because it almost cut into one of my phalanges. So we're gonna clean up and read it. I started to wear gloves. Then I realized I'm taking my gloves off to enjoy the beauty that's coming out of the dirt, and my hands got dirty, so I thought, why wear gloves? And then I reminded myself, I thought I had something older. This is a possum sardine piece of metal. That's why the metal's so strong, unlike a can. We can call this old and vintage in Alabama because this company was forced to come apart in 08. So with that said, we're gonna call it like you see it and say, man, that's that's an amazing rare find. '60s, '70s. So, not too deep. So, I'm gonna need about 30 minutes to boot up my pinpointer. Done. It's right there, man. Just look at the numbers, or look at your little dial. Okay, well, it's not deep, so we're gonna do the one-hand whistle. It is out of the ground. And now my phone is ringing again. Where did I just throw it? Don't you hate it when you throw it? There it is. That is an old roofing tack, I think. If I was a silver dollar or a silver case quarter, I would sit by these steps, roll out of my pocket, and fall down there. So I got several signals right in here, but appears that is something different. Let's just go ahead and scoop it and stop talking about it. There it is. That's an amazing piece of aluminum. You know, I was kidding. But that is sweet. What is that? That is the biggest badge I've ever seen. No quarter hoarder. I did not break that. Okay, that's it. That is nuts. Hold on, let's go to the next one. Bruh, getting all greedy. Another high dollar 80s. We're gonna skip the pin pointer option. Do a hollow Chevelle. There it is. Oh, there's my pin pointer. Right there. We're gonna go with it anyway. Okay. I'm aching to see what. Hold on a minute. You realize how rare this is? Look at that. Ants are so cuddly. I actually thought that was one of those ADT things. Don't park here, don't walk around here, don't lick right here. But this is heavy brass. We're gonna need a lot of water for this. Where are we gonna go? Dude, why don't you carry a water bottle like all the real metal detectors? Because we don't need those in Alabama. We live off the grid. We got our horses in the back. Getting better. This is gonna be stinking cool as crap. James Wood Memorial. Well, that ain't cool. I mean, that's cool. I don't want to find somebody's memorial. I gotta give it back. World War. 19, 17, 18. What does it say up top? Memorial tree. Oh, this is kind of sad. Dude, get some water. Well, I got my man purse. Memorial tree, World War. Sit corrected. World War 1817 to 1918. James B. Wood. I gotta find a spot to read this. 167th Infantry Rainbow Division. I think that's what that says. Rainbow Division. Registered American Forestry Association, Washington, D.C. You know, I started to make a joke. It looks like a forestry plaque. So the question is, where's the memorial tree? All right, you guys ready to start looking people up? James B. I'm guessing Wood or Wooten. 1817. That does not say 1917. But to be sure, that says 1817 to clearly 1918. World War what? So maybe he was in when was the Spanish American War? When was the Revolutionary War? Look to the ant, oh sluggard, to her ways. That is amazing to me. Oh, you know what? Okay, never mind. The dude might have been born in 1817 and died in 1918. World War I was early 19-teens. And then you roll on into different conflicts after that that really weren't congressional wars. We won't get into politics right now. 167th Infantry Rainbow Division. I know y'all probably tired of staring at this thing, but that is absolutely amazing to me. What about steps? Where's the memorial tree? I'm expecting answers. I don't want to stop yet, but I'm hungry. I think I better stop. My son's calling. He's getting ready to graduate. You know, he's got to be at school in 10 minutes, and they're already doing their walkthrough, and I'm like, no, I'm just kidding. No, that's true. Other than he is about to graduate. There is the number that I said it was earlier. That is the number 44. And one, oh, we got those. I did not find those. And then I found the library. Oh, wait a minute. We found some stuff, dudes. And dudettes. And the wheat. That's gonna be on my mind for about the next 20 minutes till I get my wagon and look it up. Thanks for watching my videos. I'm coming back here, but I'm not gonna come back here and put out a video until I am done. You know how them metal detector people are, they don't care about nobody's feelings. Thanks for watching my videos.